In the midst of chaos, a diamond is often formed. It is here, in the heart of the storm, where the most unyielding elements of Mother Nature converge, that one of the most precious gems known to mankind is born. This concept, this profound truth, has proven to be a metaphorical parallel to our own existence. Life isn't a smooth journey. More often than not, it is filled with tumultuous winds, torrential rains, and unrelenting storms. These storms, these chaotic times, are the crucibles in which lies the raw, uncut gem of human potential. Initially hidden and unremarkable, these very adversities begin to exert pressure, shaping it, honing it, molding it. The transformation is not instantaneous, but a gradual process, a journey fraught with challenges and obstacles. There are moments of fatigue and frustration, moments where giving up seems like the easiest option. However, it is in these exact moments, where the pressure is at its peak, the transformation accelerates. Each hardship faced, each challenge overcome, contributes to the carving of this rough stone, sculpting it into something extraordinary. It is this continuous exposure to adversities, this seemingly unending toil, that transforms this raw potential into something precious, something invaluable. And thus, through the trials and tribulations of life, what was once an uncut gem of human potential becomes a priceless jewel of resilience and strength. Such is the profound truth of life, where adversity molds the raw, uncut gem of human potential into a priceless jewel of resilience and strength. Adversity, in its simplest form, is a difficult or unpleasant situation, a state of hardship or affliction. It emerges from the shadows of life's experiences, a formidable opponent that challenges us to confront our fears and push beyond our limits. It is a teacher, a trial, a force that compels us to confront our vulnerabilities and reevaluate our understanding of what we can endure. Adversity is an uninvited guest, a jarring disruption that interrupts the harmony of our lives and forces us to navigate unfamiliar territories. It's the unexpected detour that derails our well-laid plans, the silent whisper that reminds us of our human fragility. It's the unsettling reminder of our susceptibility to the whims of fate and the fragility of our ordered existence. It's not a state we desire, but it is one that is often imposed upon us. It manifests as unanticipated hardships, painful realizations, and soul-crushing disappointments. It is the invisible weight that burdens our shoulders, the turmoil that gnaws at the edges of our hearts. It is the tangible manifestation of the trials and tribulations that life throws our way. Adversity is the storm that rattles the window panes of comfort, the mountain that looms between the valley of the known and the peak of the possible. It is the daunting precipice that separates the comfort of the familiar from the uncertainty of the unknown. With each gust of wind, each peal of thunder, its intimidating presence is felt, forcing us to muster the strength to persevere, to endure, to rise above. Adversity comes in many forms: a job loss, a dashed dream, a failed relationship, a health crisis, financial difficulties, personal tragedies. Each variant is a unique test, a different challenge that compels us to dig deep within our inner reserves of strength and resilience. Whether it's the loss of a job that once defined your identity, or a relationship that has crumbled, leaving a void in your heart, whether it's a health crisis that has stolen your vigor, or a personal tragedy that has shattered your world, each form of adversity carries a distinct pain, a unique perspective. The impact of adversity can be profound, shaking us to our very core, testing our perseverance, resilience, and strength of character. These are not easy battles to fight. They demand courage, patience, and a will of iron. However, through these trials we learn, we grow, and we evolve. These are the trials that test the mettle of one's spirit. Certainly, adversity is not just a challenge, it's a unique opportunity. It's a formidable moment that stands tall, casting a towering shadow of uncertainty and doubt, an imposing wall that tests our mettle, our resolve, and our spirit. But despite its daunting facade, adversity also serves as an invitation, a beckoning call for us to dig deep, to confront the shadows and scale the walls. It's during these trying times where we discover our true potential. It can act as a catalyst, a powerful agent of change that propels us from the familiar planes of the ordinary to the uncharted territories of the extraordinary, the vast expanse of the unknown, where greatness is born and legends are made. It's a defining moment that pushes us out of our comfort zones, forcing us to question our limitations and redefine our boundaries. It's a rough road, an arduous journey, but it's also a path to growth, to transformation, and to self-discovery. It's a chance for us to rise, to ascend beyond the mundane, to go beyond what is expected, and achieve what is truly extraordinary. In the midst of adversity, we find our strength. We discover our resilience and our courage. It's the crucible in which the steel of character is tempered, in which the raw potential is refined into something truly remarkable. It's where the grit of determination is forged, creating an unyielding spirit that withstands the trials and tribulations of life and emerges stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Indeed, adversity is the crucible in which the steel of character is tempered and the grit of determination is forged. The road through adversity is not an easy one. It's a winding path filled with unexpected twists and turns that challenge your courage and grit. You'll find yourself walking this path, often alone, and it's a journey that tests your endurance, your determination, your very soul. It's a journey marked with signs of hardship, with hurdles that seem impossible to cross, with moments of uncertainty and self-questioning. You'll encounter roadblocks that will make you want to abandon your journey. The thought of giving up may cross your mind more often than not. The weight of your worries may seem unbearable. Your goals may seem unreachable. You'll wonder if it's all worth it, if the pain and struggle are just too much. You'll question your abilities, your strength, your faith. Moments of insecurity will try to cloud your vision. Your dreams may seem to fade in the distance. But despite all this, you must remember that it is in these moments of overwhelming odds, in these heart-wrenching trials and tribulations, where true strength is discovered. The relentless spirit within you will refuse to bend, refuse to break. You'll find an inner fire, fueled by your ambition, your passion, your dreams. This fire, this burning determination is what propels you forward, what guides you through your darkest nights. The journey is grueling, but it's also full of lessons. Each difficulty teaches you perseverance. Each obstacle strengthens your resolve. Each failure adds to your resilience. You'll learn to face your fears, to conquer your doubts, to transform your weaknesses into strengths. Through the pain, you will grow. Through the struggle, you will rise. Through the darkness, you will shine. But remember, the night is darkest just before the dawn, and it's in the heart of this darkness that one finds the strength to persevere, the courage to push through, the resolve to overcome. And so, in the face of adversity, do not falter. When you find yourself standing on the precipice of defeat, when the odds are stacked against you, remember the power within you. Life might throw you into the deep end, and it may feel like you're drowning in a sea of despair, but that's when you need to embrace your struggles as they are not your enemy, but a hidden ally. They can shape and mold you, chisel and refine you, and in the grand scheme of things, they prepare you for life's unending journey. It's in these moments, the moments of struggle, that you learn to persevere, to gather your strength and push forward. For it is through the fire of trials, through the heartache and the pain, through the nights of despair and the days of hopelessness, that we find our spirit renewed. It's through these hardships that we learn to see beyond the status quo, to break down the walls of complacency, and to reach for more. Our trials are like flames. Yes, they might burn and hurt, but they also light the path before us. They provide the heat necessary for change and transformation, to emerge stronger, to rise from the ashes like a phoenix, reinventing ourselves time and time again. That's the beauty of adversity. Adversity makes us wiser. It teaches us patience, humility, and understanding. It forces us to observe, to reflect, and to grow. It shows us who we are, who we can be, and what we are capable of. Remember, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. In the calm, there are no lessons, no challenges, no growth. The storm is where the learning takes place. The storm whips and whirls around us, pushing us to our limits, testing our resolve. It's the storm that teaches one to navigate, to steer the ship of life amidst the crashing waves and howling winds. It's in the storm that we learn not just to survive, but to thrive. It's in the storm that we learn to chart our course, steer our ship, and shape our destiny. No matter how fierce the storm, always remember to keep your head high and your spirit strong. Indeed, adversity can be a formidable foe. It is this deep, dark abyss that tends to consume the light and happiness from our lives. It lurks around every corner, waiting to pounce, to tear us down and shatter our spirits. As intimidating and overpowering as it may seem, adversity is not the end of our story. It is merely a chapter. It is a chapter filled with trials and tribulations, with failures and missteps. Yet, amidst these hardships, adversity harbors a potential that is frequently overlooked. It can surprisingly be a powerful ally. Adversity is the fire that tempers our will, the storm that sharpens our resolve. It is the battleground where we fight our inner demons and emerge victorious, stronger and wiser. It's a crucible where our strength is tested, our courage is forged, and our resilience is born. It has the potential to break us, to bend us, to bring us to our knees, but it also has the power to make us, to mold us into better versions of ourselves. In this sense, adversity is a double-edged sword. It can slash us, leave us bleeding and bruised, or it can galvanize us into action, inspire us to rise to our feet and fight back. Every struggle that we face, every hardship that we endure, every failure that we encounter is a stepping stone, a learning opportunity. It is through these trials that we discover our true selves, our capabilities, and our resilience. It is these adversities that shape us, that harden us, and ultimately make us who we are. It all comes down to how we choose to face it. So choose to stand tall, to rise above, to overcome. Adversity can be a master teacher, imparting lessons that are hard to grasp but crucial for our personal development. It arrives in many forms, often unexpected, bringing various obstacles and difficulties that can seem insurmountable. Yet it is through these challenges that we can learn some of life's most profound lessons. Such experiences have the capacity to shape us, teaching us about resilience, courage, and determination. In the face of adversity, we're pushed to our limits, revealing strength we never knew we had. The challenges force us from our comfort zones, encouraging us to face our fears and rise above the trials. This is not just about surviving, but thriving. It's about refusing to be victimized by circumstances, instead using them as stepping stones to not just reach higher, but also to strive harder. Adversity may seem daunting, but it is a powerful motivator that can inspire one to push boundaries, to overcome personal limitations, and to achieve the impossible. It is the catalyst that compels one to aspire for greatness, to strive for excellence, to become the best version of oneself. Just as the sand irritates the oyster, adversity irritates us. It discomforts us, troubles us, but also prompts us to act, to change, and to grow. It pushes us to create our own pearls of wisdom, of strength, and of character, just like the oyster creates the pearl. Similarly, adversity is the pressure that can transform us. Much like the way the tremendous pressure of the Earth's crust transforms a simple lump of coal into a shimmering diamond, adversity can transform us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. It's the pressure that transforms the lump of coal into a diamond. So, the next time adversity knocks on the door, welcome it. Welcome it with open arms and an open heart, for adversity is not what it seems. It does not arrive to hinder you, but to build you. Do not think of it as an enemy, arriving with the intention to harm, but rather as a friend appearing in an unfamiliar guise. This friend is here to test you, to pull you out of your comfort zone and push you towards your true potential. Consider adversity as a tutor, rather than a foe. It teaches lessons that comfort and ease could never reveal. It shows you your strengths and your capabilities, illuminating the vast potential within you that you might have never known existed. Embrace it with all its hardships, trials, and tribulations. Adversity is not a stumbling block that is placed in your path to make you fall. No, it's far from that. It's a stepping stone that's been strategically positioned to propel you forward. It's an opportunity wrapped in difficulties, a chance to rise, a way to reach for the stars. It's there to help you climb the escalator of life, moving you towards greater things, towards heights you never imagined could be attained. Remember, adversity is not a closed door. It's the opening of a new path. It's not the end of the road. It's the start of a more significant journey. It's not an act of finality, but the beginning of a new chapter that holds untold adventures and opportunities. It's the birth of a new journey, one that will undoubtedly lead you to a stronger, wiser, better version of yourself, a new you. So the next time adversity knocks on the door, remember it's not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter, a new journey, a new you. In the grand symphony of life, adversity is the discordant note that adds depth and richness to the melody. It's the shivering string in a violin, creating a resonance that echoes deep within our hearts. Just like a beautiful, heart-rending piece of music that is composed of diverse notes and rhythms, our life too is composed of varied experiences. Some are joyous and others less so. The latter we often term as adversity. Indeed, adversity is not something to be feared, but rather, it is something to be embraced. It is that one note that when struck can seem out of place, disharmonious, jarring, yet without it the symphony lacks depth, complexity, and character. It is adversity that adds a unique shade, a darker hue to the otherwise plain canvas of life. Consider for a moment that a photograph with only light and no shadows would seem flat and one-dimensional. It's the shadows that give depth and perspective to the photograph, transforming it from a mere picture into a story. Similarly, adversity is the shadow in the vibrant painting of life. It highlights the light, creating a strong contrast that enhances the overall picture, the overall narrative of our lives. Adversity is a challenge, yes, but it is also a guide, a teacher, a mentor. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, forces us to grow, to evolve. It presents us with opportunities to face our fears, to overcome our limits, and to discover our potential. When faced and overcome, adversity shapes us, molds us into stronger, wiser, more resilient versions of ourselves. To fear adversity is to fear growth, to limit our own progress. So do not fear adversity. Embrace it with an open heart and an open mind. View it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. When adversity strikes, it's easy to feel that it's a punishment, a curse. But in reality, it could be a gift in disguise, a stepping stone leading us to our true potential. With patience and perseverance, we can overcome any adversity that life throws our way. And as we do, we become stronger, more resilient, more capable. Just as a lump of coal under intense pressure and heat transforms into a precious diamond, so too does adversity, through its trials and tribulations, shape us into the diamond we were always meant to be. Remember, in the midst of chaos, a diamond is often formed. This, my friend, is not just a metaphorical representation of adversity, but a profound lesson from nature herself. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, has always shown us that the most beautiful creations often come from the most arduous conditions. Pressure and heat, ominous in their intensity, collaborate to create something as breathtakingly beautiful as a diamond. Similarly, life too often throws us into the chaotic whirlwinds of change, turmoil, and hardship. These conditions, while challenging, are not designed to break us down, but to build us up. They are not here to shatter us, but to shape us. They are not intended to reduce us, but to refine us. Because just like the diamond, we too are products of pressure and heat. When we find ourselves in the midst of these chaotic circumstances, our initial reactions are often fear, doubt, and the desire to escape. But instead, try to take a moment to understand that these are the moments that test us. These are the moments that shape us, and these are the moments that make us who we truly are. We must let our courage take flight, soaring above the tempests that threaten to engulf us. We must let ourselves rise, ascending above the chaos and tumult, reaching for the purity of truth and resilience. We must be brave, but more importantly, we must be resilient. Resilience is not merely the ability to withstand adversity, but the strength to thrive in the face of it. For we are not just survivors, passively enduring the trials of life. We are victors, actively overcoming them. We are not just victims, falling prey to the harsh realities of the world. We are champions, rising above them. And it is in this rise, in this victory, in this resilience, that we reveal our true selves. We reveal not the shattered pieces of a broken spirit, but the shining facets of a diamond, formed in the very heart of chaos. You are the diamond formed in the chaos, the masterpiece crafted in the crucible of adversity. Shine,